is the summer of 880 AD. An unexpected Norse expedition arrived on the shores of southern Britannia. They arrived near the mall town of Brideport in the province of Dorset. West Seax had control of that territory, but soon enough they would discover that the invaders had come to their shores with the intention of sacking and plundering the region. The Norse raiders disembarked near the seemingly undefended town. The very same day, and under a dense layer of fog, they advanced east towards their first target. The town of Brideport was not completely undefended though. A small force of fried spearmen, 2 units of sword infantry, 1 group of scout horsemen and a handful of archers were mustered to defend the town at all costs. They were led by Ambron, a renowned noble from West Seax. Ambron and his forces had to defend Brideport, as long as it took for the reinforcements to arrive, even though they knew that they'd probably be hours away, even days perhaps. They didn't know for sure. They had already evacuated the majority of the civilians, and the rest were there fighting to defend their homes and give time for their people to flee north. The Viking invaders consisted of 2 units of mailed archers, 1 unit of javelin men, 3 units of well-equipped axe infantry, 2 units of sword infantry, 1 unit of spearmen, and 60 mounted Viking scouts. Gunnar, a war chief of the Norse raiders, led his men forward. A force of more than 1,000 men marched with him. After months of travelling overseas, the Norsemen were eager to fight. They screamed in anticipation of the battle to come. Despite the fog, the town became visible in the distance. Both forces were now facing each other. But soon enough it became clear the Norsemen had the advantage in numbers. If that weren't enough, it also seemed that they were better equipped than the defence forces of West Seax. The battle began with arrows flying from Viking archers. The pressure from the missile fire forced the defenders to advance and charge forward in an attempt to get into close combat as soon as possible.
See, they flee before our fight!
Both forces clashed in a small forest just outside the town. Soon enough, blood started to flow, and the heat of combat was at its highest. With both main lines engaged in melee, the Viking cavalry made a daring move. They sneaked onto the left flank and advanced past the spear infantry and onto the backs of Ambron's main unit. The The charge took a lot of the defenders by surprise, and a lot of men were brought to the ground. Despite that, they held their ground. The Viking scouts then proceeded to go after the group of archers further down the field. The battle was most intense in the centre, where Gunnar and his men were fighting Ambron's unit in a show of force that had no clear winner at the moment. On the right flank, the defenders' line broke as a unit of axemen charged the spearmen in the rear. The broken forces fled back to the town, while the Vikings quickly joined Gunnar in the centre to help tip the balance in their favour. With the new Viking forces joining the fray and another cavalry charge from behind, Ambron knew that the end was near. In a last-minute effort, he faced Gunnar in single combat. The Viking war chief proved to be a superior fighter, and with a swift blow from his sword, ended the nobleman's life. With Ambron dead, the defenders' force started to panic and flee. Meanwhile, the javelin men and a unit of archers had positioned themselves to fire at the backs of the spearmen still holding their ground. The missile fire was taking a heavy toll on the spearmen, and soon enough they broke and fled. Gunnar and his men tasted victory that day, and the spoils of war were abundant. However, they must move quickly, as reinforcements from West Seax are surely coming for them.
thank you for watching. On this channel, we're putting together fan-made cinematic episodes featuring historical and fantasy battles based on the settings from the Total War series and, of course, good old World of Warhammer. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe and hit the notification button to be the first to watch the next battle.